Our module today is how to create a new contact. This module will look at how to add a new contact to an existing organization in our CRM. So, for example, maybe we wanted to go to one of our partners or a CBO, we wanted to search for that contact, found that it was not in our database, but certainly an important person that we want to have part of our database. So let's start. Let's assume that we are in our Outlook email. We go to our tile applications on the far left. We look for Salesforce. We open it up. Now, we would suggest that in the morning that you open Salesforce and have it resident throughout the day. We click the tile. It takes us to the Lightning experience. And let's just use an example of Teton as a contact. So I want to search for Bridget McIntyre, who is a project manager at Teton. So I type in Bridget McIntyre and I search in contacts, and it comes up that Bridget is not part of our contact database. So I want just to double check. Let me go to Teton Health as an organization and see if she is in under Teton Health. I type in Teton Health. I go to the organization. I go to Snapshot on the left, which gives me all the contacts at Teton Health. And I see that Bridget is not part of the contacts at Teton Health. So she certainly is not into the database. So now I want to add her. So I go back to contacts. I go over to the new button. Click new. I indicate that I want to add Bridget as a stakeholder. And up comes her profile. And with that, there's a series of fields that we want to add. Obviously, her first and last name. Now, this is very important. The way we've set up this database, under organization name, everyone must be added as Alliance Ihaney. There's a reason for that in terms of our database structure. Now, even though Bridget is associated with Teton Health, we'll show you how you affiliate her to Teton Health in a minute. Bridget reports to Tim McIntyre. She's also a physician's assistant. We'll type in her title, as there are some required fields which are denoted by the red star, and then there's some non-required fields such as a description. So let's just say that Bridget works on the palliative care district project, for example. She obviously speaks English sometimes. And again, we want some key information, what department that she works for. Her email, business email. Another required field. And again, this is data integrity is critical to this database. So we are going to ask that you not add a contact unless you have bona fide data for the required fields. And an easy way to get that is, usually through an email where they've given you their signature, or simply uh, contact them and let's get the proper information. As the old saying goes, garbage in, garbage out. So we're going to insist on data integrity. Okay, so then now that we have this information, we will hit save. So we've saved Bridget's contact information into the database. Now, very importantly, we need to add her to an organization. And every contact must be added to an organization. So what we do is we head over to Snapshot under Bridget's new profile. We look at roles, and this is where we assign Bridget to an organization. So as we go down, we indicate that we type in Teton Health as the organization. We find it, we attach it. We again enter Bridget's role. We also added the location. So Bridget works out of the New Jersey location for Teton Health. And we also find a predetermined role that best describes Bridget function at the organization. So now, as you can see, Bridget has now been appended to the organization, again, which is critical. And just to double check, we will go back to the organization. We look at Teton Health, which is something that comes up on the recently viewed, and we see that Bridget has been appended to the database. So this is a simple but very effective way to create a contact and to assign it to an organization. Once again, some of the key rules. One, let's make sure that the contact doesn't already exist within the database, either through a search and or looking at the organization. And you really should do both. Two, in creating a new contact, please make sure that you have all the information, accurate information, to enter into the required fields. And this is very important. Thirdly, under the contact profile, under organization name, please make sure you always enter Alliance Ihaney under the contact profile. We will be setting up triggers to ensure that is done. And then lastly, make sure you connect the contact to an existing organization and to a location. And then double check that before you close out to ensure that, yes, in fact, your contact has been appropriately connected to an organization. Future sessions, we'll look at how to add a new contact to a new organization. But we've got a fair amount of work to do right now, populating our CRM as well as to update current contacts. So our next session we will look at properly appending or updating contacts in our database now, since most of them just basically have a name and an email. And we want to have much richer information in our CRM. Thank you for joining us on this module, and have a lovely day.